Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Grigsby's War in the East. I'm here in turn 3 of my Soviet Let's Play against a human opponent here. We have two new events: forced reorganization. In the early weeks of the war, it quickly became apparent that the Soviet command structure needed to change. The core HQ did not function well, and this was compounded by the large early losses on the border armies. The Soviet army just didn't have the number of trained staff officers needed to man these formations effectively. As part of a major reorganization of Soviet ground forces, most Soviet rifle and mechanized corps HQ will disband automatically or upgrade to army HQs in the coming turns, many without notice. Well, we already kind of took care of that. Eastward evacuations. As the Germans and their allies advanced, retreating Soviet officials shipped 6 million cattle from the Ukraine east to Russia, 550 large factories, thousands of small factories, and 300,000 tractors. The USSR evacuates 3.5 million skilled workers from the Ukraine to the Russian Republic. And we have our new turn here, so let's go take a look. So my opponent did here indeed crossed the Dnieper and with a few units, which is not surprising. Shattered this, routed this. What, they have 100 men here? 21. Okay. I guess it's still a thing. They also kicked out, or made retreat this border guard. So there's that, but then they did get late a little bit, so that's okay. They did some looking here, actually, interestingly enough. Further in the back, to see if there are units there. I guess he's just looking how far he can go. Either way, retreated this border guard. Actually had two attacks here. First one held, funnily enough, against the Mountain Division. Given its current state, I'm actually surprised that he didn't just encircle it, because I would not have been able to get it out this way, but then he attacked it again. Where it retreated, even against Romanians, that's not even a super great outcome for my opponent. This is against a regular infantry. And the second time they pushed it back, which is well enough, but now it's out of its zone of control there. So I might actually be able to get it a bit further. And with the enemy armor going up north towards Kiev, that it's interesting that they're bypassing it almost entirely like that. But I'll have to reinforce this area to make sure they don't actually cross the Dnieper. If they're gonna go this way, I wonder if they're going for Kiev straight, or whether they're gonna try to just bypass this and go back this way and then cross. I guess both of them is a possibility. I actually think that with the way things are looking, we're not doing that badly in the south. It's pretty interesting because it was here for him to swing that way and not this way. I'm not saying that he needs to cross over here, but I don't know. I find it interesting that he wants to battle for Kiev directly, but with armor. But maybe he's gonna go and swing this way. But I guess then this guy can potentially get out. Potentially. I don't think they have a unit here. I mean, we don't see anything. So other battles. So obviously we have our surrenders here. This guy got routed, unsurprisingly. He did attack here, so routed the rifle division, tank division. So just delayed him a little bit, I guess. And he is going for the tank divisions. Though he did lose 21 tanks himself in the process. Which is always a pleasure to see. Losing some Panzer 4Ds as well. Obviously, he has a lot of Panzer 2s, but yeah, I don't my opponent losing these tanks here. And this is 18, so that's quite nice. Obviously, we want to bring down those tank numbers throughout the war. So, I mean, Germany can still replace those, but we just gotta, you know, get those pools down a bit to the point where it will become hard for him to replace eventually. Given how it is, again, I might just use a security unit to retake Zhytomyr and make him, you know, spend some points to that once again. I can see myself do that. But let's keep going. Obviously, nothing here in the center, where my opponent really isn't making a push. He's really going for Smolensk immediately. Given, so he's trying to bypass the river here completely. Pretty aggressive, I would say. He did do a regular attack this time. Fair enough. We lost a bunch of stuff there. Then here my rifle division retreated against Großdeutschland Regiment only. Wow. And then another retreat here. And attacking the tank division with it motorized. We lost 43 tanks. And then here, 200 tanks against 28. So he really smashed that Panzer division. Let's see what was lost from our side. A gazillion T-26s and T-38s. Well, I wasn't going to use those either way. I might just as well use them to smash my opponent's tanks, even though there are a lot of Panzer IIs. I also got a bunch of Tauchpanzers and Panzer III. So this result is a lot less bad than one would think, even though obviously we got smacked immediately. And I was hoping for a slightly better outcome there. There was a heavy attack, and then he pushed back to 223rd, and again, this time he used a heavy attack on 2 Panzer divisions, and he lost 2 tanks himself. Then they attacked also here, but my unit held. So also he's making a big push here, but I'm gonna get fresh units, or at least something over here as well, to try and hold that. Unfortunately, these guys won't immediately be able to get there. I'll see how far I can get them. Of course, I did give my opponent the ability to get all the way up to the city, but he then decided to walk back. It's an immediate route. Unfortunately, again, did hope for my unit to do better, but I cannot expect too much. And then here he attacked with motorized and a Panzer division, but this time in the city we held, and he lost 8 tanks in the process, but that's not too special here. A lot of Tauchpanzers. Also, heavy battles here. My opponent did take Pskov, which is a bit unfortunate, I do have to say. And supplies by Ukras 88, so I guess that's fuel that he's delivering like that. So let's take a look. First, retreating or routing the Airborne brigade. Airborne brigade here as well. And those are just surrenders of the artillery battalions. Those are not particularly special there. And he did a lot of heavy attacks here too. And then he separated those. That's interesting. Might actually do a counter-attack of some sort here. At least against one of those. That's pretty, it's quite possible. But, at least now we're fighting in the woods and stuff, so it will become more difficult for my opponent to do some crazy stuff there. I guess he'll be trying to bypass this by moving in this direction. You could at least forget about this. Bunch of attacks. We're also losing a lot of tanks there. And then we have Pskov itself, attack with Totenkopf and Panzer Division, bunch of Flampats or Pioneers, of course. Yeah, it's sad that we missed that roll. Kinda would have expected a bit better there, to be completely honest, but it wasn't meant to be. Unfortunate. So we're gonna have to take up the pieces there. I've been having a cold for like, or nasal problems for like a month or two. It's pretty unfortunate. Oh well. So last time I dropped some air, but my opponent also did not have any air forces here, so I guess my forces weren't there to intercept. I'm still gonna keep these two here actually, since I don't think my opponent will be getting there as it is. These are getting a bit higher. The only one that's not the best still is the northern front. I guess like for these units are already at 100%, so I'm not really getting a whole lot extra out of it, unfortunately. Well, that's okay. Now, in terms of air, where could I want to have more? So, if I were to take a look and getting some at Borispol, that would be pretty risky. Did my opponent have air here? He didn't have it last turn. So that's rather something. If I place it here, I would have to do it pretty far actually, at a place like Novgorod. I have to go and check one thing, so I'll be right back. Alright, well, I'm back. And one thing that I wanted to start doing is I wanted to go and take a look at the interdiction levels. So my opponent hasn't started trying to get interdiction here, and we still have control over Odessa, but basically what I'm gonna need to start doing is my opponent will start to isolate, try to isolate Odessa, and I want to go and start running some missions to try and stop that, which will not work, but that doesn't matter. And so I'm gonna start looking here, because first of all we have these torpedo bombers, and let's see how they are doing. How many of them are already? 36, and for these I have 40. Well, it's something. So what is their range actually? Let's take a look. Reasonably high. I kind of wish that they would actually say also how many squares it is. because I have no clue as to how many squares that stuff is now. Did I? Yeah, put off naval manual. Okay. Either way, I'm quite sure I can at least run those from Odessa itself. So what I'm gonna do, I wonder if there's a name for it. This is transport or recon, blah blah blah. And I actually don't really know what the deal is with those names. So I don't know what DBAD is. I'll go and take a look. Alright, so I do need one with CHF because BAD is heavy only. But I don't have such an AOG. So I can't assign it to an air group. I would find it very weird, but I would have to just say that I can't then. I don't know, that's a bit weird to me. But like I said, this is the first time that I'm playing this, so I don't necessarily know all the ins and outs and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. But IAP CHF, I would need a bomber one with sheets, CHF. I also don't know what KBF is. OAS. What? These are transports. Let's just select it by type here for a bit. Fighter bomber, fighter bomber, fighter bomber. Level bombers. Recon, tactical bombers, torpedo bombers. That's the thing that I need. So I want both of these. I don't know why this is KBF at this point, but I'm gonna send. I guess Sevastopol is already too big, and then Kacha. I guess it's close. Probably here. Oh, that's here. Okay. So they are immediately assigned to Black Sea Fleet Air, I suppose. They cannot be assigned to an air group. That's fine. But I'm not too sure whether it's pretty funny that I can put them to naval ops here as well. Alright, I'll be back for a sec. Yeah, I guess that really only matters if you have automated AI, and I guess we don't. So... No, I didn't want the Baltic. Black Sea, there we are. But I don't want those units. Well, I guess a target hex would be there, but I cannot. Neither of them. Can do it, I suppose. Once again, I'll be right back. Well, I put them under the VVS CHF here, so I mean, I guess this is the only area where I'm going to contest anyway. So this point, let's start doing that. And now at least both of them can be selected. Let's actually set the staging base just here. And actually I want to have this hex here. It's an area of 2. Yeah. Minimum and requirement. I mean, actually, I don't think they're gonna fly like this. Why would they be inactive? Not quite sure why. This stuff has to be so problematic. What if I put it closer? Say here. Did it fly there? But I guess these won't fly this turn either way. So let's forget about that air directive. I'll see if I can get them to fly there next turn. At any rate. Because it's not doing a whole lot now. As for most of these, I guess they're getting their airplanes in there. If I take a look at the production, a lot of these planes got taken out. And I don't have that much in the pool anymore, as we can see. Which I guess is okay. How many am I making? Guess. Let's see. Yeah, making. I can make 130 of those currently a turn. Quite a few IL-2s as well. There's a delay. RZ. Okay. Gotta see if any of them have any reasonable numbers. Yet. The answer, at least for the tactical bomber, seems to be no. So I'm certainly not putting them back. This is a supposedly fighter bomber. They're trained as fighters. Which is some pretty decent ones with experience up to 60. And I don't think it's that bad necessarily to get them. For example, the 4th here. 57 ready planes. My opponent's gonna keep trying to do that kind of stuff. I could put them some at Soltsy, I guess. I think Dno is here. No. Where is Dno? Range 3. I was here. I can fix it up at Soltsy then if I do it like this. But I'd be switching these out for MiGs and these. Let's see, in terms of numbers ready. I'll be doing that. I guess I could do that. Alright, back after dealing with some air stuff. I put a few air units in the Baltic Sea Fleet Air Command to see if I can't soon get some naval interdiction going around to Odessa. And what I've also done is I've placed some air units around Soltsy here to potentially help out there as well. Currently, I guess also looking to get some fighters near Vyazma. Not that my opponent actually had air forces helping out there last turn. And I don't want to mess with the supplies that badly, so yeah, that will... we'll have to deal with it like that. If I think about some of that stuff, I guess, yeah, I'm just gonna run this here. Execute airface. So, not doing anything with my air forces currently still. Naturally, I'm only looking to react to my opponent, and just giving some slack to the Soviet Air Force. I'll soon start running things a bit more heavily, but since we're running all the time, that ain't happening yet. They can technically get out now, and I actually think they will probably make it. Either way, let's get this rifle division in the city fort. And I guess I want to get the 95th in there. I cannot get them in the city for this turn, but I guess we'll take care of it soon enough. I'll keep 3 rifle divisions in there, I suppose. And Odessa is level 4 depot, which I think is also good if I want them to hold out for a while. So there will be that. These are actually ready, interestingly enough. They cannot get there in one go, but I can do this for a bit. They're also unready. These I could technically get across the river, I guess for the moment. Especially since the armor is going north, I don't actually need to retreat that quickly though. Especially since now I have the prospects of also getting the 44th Mountain Division out. Which I will definitely endeavor to do. Now we do know that they also have an armored division. And I don't necessarily want to get these guys surrounded. No, they only have a unit here. Let's see if I can just get them out, and I probably should. I may actually get these off of the train here. First thing I'll do is just move one of those guys off. I don't necessarily want them there, but can I? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to get them off of the train then, either way. Train's doing pretty badly here already. We'll send them off like that though. Let's see, because you certainly don't need to be on refit anymore. Doing quite fine there. The thing is, I can move both of those there. They're pretty weak, but it might look like I have something. Alright. I guess they probably have it covered. Kinda sucks, but the thing is here is that let's get you off of refit. Oh yeah. I want to go and take a look. One thing is they're not getting a whole lot in there. Sadly. But I don't really want to have units on those flanks. I'd rather try to hold on to the other side of the city as well. This is a motorized rival division. I will put them in there. '63, so it just puts it to 64. Quite a shame that these guys are, you know, just not that amazing. Might as well just get them off and use something like this rifle division here. 91, that's okay. I'll be doing something similar here. It's those weren't the most amazing. I'm gonna use only the 87th to get in there. 1053. Well, it's across the river, so that makes it a bit different. Okay, well, that also means the following. It wouldn't surprise me if they try to attack here and try to get a unit on there. I wouldn't necessarily see them doing that further along. Although I guess they could. So These are relatively weak either way. You're unready. Might just as well send them back. Not yet sure where I'm going to send those, but what is on the train? 10th Army. The one other thing it would be pretty interesting is if I have at least 2 units, and can I actually could move these into Cherkasy. Rather do things like that. At the same token, I would still have to shift some of these forces a little bit further up. Just try and get at it. I actually, yeah, I don't want to go there immediately if my opponent is going a lot slower here. If they're really going for Kiev, I guess for all of these, I probably want to get them down here too. Especially given the huge influx of forces from here, I'd say. So I'll take the 145th, put that there. What if I go by rail? That I could get those two inside the city, and then I could technically get these two somewhere else. Although I'd probably want to leave 135th. But it all depends on their defense. I do not think they will actually deal with this on... They can take that Kiev hex this turn. Because actually now I can move you one down. You in the city. That leaves it at a 39. But with support and with a major river, I think it's pretty unlikely to be able to take care of it. Do I have a railroad there? No. There's a rail here? No. Because it seems like my opponent is looking for a fight here. Not the best on reserve, but I guess trying to make it work just a little bit. I certainly do want to push more units in that direction if I can as well. And why not, right? Cherkasy will have a rail yard, okay. So, actually this tank division is doing quite well. I'll put it there for a moment. I think that's looking pretty good. The same applies for the mechanized here. I could get it into Cherkasy. Get it off the train. And just keep that one there though. They are unready, so that's actually no good. Let's keep moving you on the train and then off. You off. They can all go into refit. This one ain't doing too well either. And those two are on refit. There we go. I think this cavalry is doing quite well now. They probably got quite a few reinforcements. Yes, they did. So I mean, there are a few things I can do with that. First of all, I know the Yuzhny Bug is a bigger river here, but I'd rather fall back from that either way onto some defenses here, which is a bit more straight. So it would be like that. I that point, I also just might as well try and dig in some stuff here. I know things are going rather slow, but nothing I can do. Do I want to keep it? It's a 12. 12 is quite good, but they could bypass it with both cavalry, which would get my unit trapped, I think. Rather, I'll again just fall back slightly. I don't necessarily need to have a whole lot there for the moment. So again, because these guys are up here, I don't want them to bypass everything that quickly. I will continuously at least try to have some units on the blockade like this. If they're gonna go for Kiev itself, that's fine. It does seem like they are focused rather on the north. Like that. Are you unready? Yes, you are. Okay. No surprise. Let's get you in Uman. I mean, I clearly have a lot less here now. That much is certain. Actually, I want you here and you there. I will just I'll have to see, because if they bypass this through this way, this also becomes obsolete. That's also a bit of a problem. And I have no clue how far they can go. I'll just keep you on a refit for the moment. So I don't want things to get too out of hand or anything there. Well. Okay. You need to walk. As we again have a unit that's trying to get out. There's still this rail line here, which I'm focusing on. Can disband those, and also these rifle corps. that are here. And that means you'll go up. And I cannot get them into Chernigov any other way, but they've been attacked, so I cannot get them out any other way. Same for these. They're unready, but I can't move them. Getting them a refit doesn't actually do anything. Same for them. You can actually move by rail. And I guess they can do that too. If I get them over here, I can actually get them out. Which is probably a good thing. As it is, I did say... yeah, well... You're unready. Cannot reel them out as it is. I actually don't mind putting a depot here too. Probably for the better. If they can get into Novgorod like that, that's great. But let's get those kind of units out. The thing, like I said, is I might actually... Let's also get you out. Disband you. Disband you. By this stage, I have also some extra units here. $5,500 men. Do I have a rail yard here? No. Might just as well walk them. Just straight up depleted. let's see. Off of the train, off of the train. I need units there, at least 2, so I'll be railing in a lot, I suppose. I have to say, it is very tempting. Cutting him off will not work, but .430 is also a rough hex. Also a rough hex. Where's the other army? 20 seconds. Am I gonna get reinforcements there from the HQ this turn? Probably not. That's still quite a sad result there, actually. But that's okay. Probably cannot beat these guys either there. This is a Lightwood's Hex. So I'll slip away from that. Getting... Nah, doing that is 6. Okay, so they would never be able to cross that. Because... even if I attack it here now... then even if I do push it back again... that doesn't actually help. Barely made it too. Well. $110, huh? If you're unready though. Yeah, I'd do that. Get them in there. I can actually get the Leningrad militia in there technically too. Whereas you're unready, but you are ready. Let's see, because they're also unready. Let's see. Not necessarily looking to be on this hex. That's just light woods. Mm-hmm. I would put a depot there. Most certainly. Now, the only unit that can really move a bit is these. But currently let's just put this on a 4. Refit you. And put the rest of those also on refit. This will now be abandoned. You're unready, but I'll actually move these in here just in case those armored units are gonna try to move up. I could actually see them trying to attack there with infantry. I'll leave this area. So weak unit either way, so. If they're gonna try and bypass this, like I can see why they might want to try and do that. How many units would I be able to get into the city and then offload? Because if I have units around here which are doing well, like this rifle division, I could get it in there and then actually get it out, which is probably a good idea. Just like it's probably a good idea to just get them back. I'm gonna take a quick break here. The turns actually don't get shorter. It does tend to get a little bit longer actually, since we keep getting a huge influx of forces, and I guess all this stuff does require immediate attention. I have to say that this does look like the big weak spot, which it probably is, but I don't have any more forces at least to put there for this turn. It will be my opponent's turn 4. A lot of stuff there will be rain. So this looks a little bit weaker now at least, but I'm actually surprised they have 4 armored units there. Actually really do wonder if I'd be able to push those back. It's really unfortunate that he did get across the river. Just like that. If he can make a push over in there, yeah, that would cut off the rail. But like I said, I'm gonna take a little break. We do have a mind to counterattack 20th Panzer. And 17th Tank Division has a 9, which is a lot, but I'd be wasting a lot of stuff on just a counterattack. Which would also suck. Currently, shifting forces around to the back there. It's also not necessarily that bad, especially since they will take some time before they get down there. Getting these guys in there. I would obviously also much rather switch those out. Yeah. But then I also cannot get them in through that way. Might as well do it like that. And I do have this other rifle division here. But no, this is not what I want to take a look at. I want to take a look at the industry. And then that's that. All right. If I get you off, how much is it? 1.9. I guess by this stage it'd be fine to leave the city a bit weaker. I want to get a few more defenses around this area too, in case they are gonna try and cross the river on this side, trying to bypass Smolensk through that way, which I can also see them do. Try to get a few more forces in this area. I don't want them to easily bypass it through here either. I am fairly surprised I did not put anything onto this heavy woods, to be honest. Although I also cannot imagine it to be super beneficial for them to try some other stuff there. At this point, That's actually not too bad. Because, well, naturally I'll get that army out. Leaving me with the ability to put another unit in there, preferably... Puts them at 38. I would like to get a third in there. Where do I have another supply hub? Oh. Nowhere close. Might actually put one here in Andreapol as well. That would allow me to get these 3 on there. I don't like that I don't have a second line here. To be completely honest. I mean, I don't see these guys moving through those swamps, but... There are some areas where they actually might bypass, which would be troublesome. Well, like I said, I'll be think about this stuff for now, so I'll be right back. All right, back. Let's get to organizing things once again in this turn. First of all, I want to get this 8th Army over here and take care of things in the Crimea. Semennikov is okay, I suppose. I'm obviously not even going to change anything there. It's interesting that they have these battalions, but those are not on the map either. They also have a lot of motorcycle regiments, way more than I'd want to, so I'm going to put those into Stavka. gas for these. Let's take a look. They might be okay, actually. Yep. Except this. Actually, don't really need those naval infantry battalions, and they're also doing poorly. Let's send them to Stavka. Alright, I'm gonna put it on the southern front. Yeah. Southern front also still has quite a few units that, yeah, shouldn't be under it, but that's fine. We can deal with it. I put other units under the military district, but I'm not going to put the fortified regions under the southern front because it will likely get overburdened anyway. So, what is their maximum? I also don't think I can actually merge these already, so there's also that. Yeah, these hexes are, in that sense, no good. I could... They have major river from here. I could try to start getting some defenses there, but it's fine. I'm gonna disband this. I can't put this somewhere else. Stuff is quite something, all right, but I'm not. I mean, I'm really just assuming this is only for amphibious stuff. It's not for resupplying Odessa. I'm really not quite sure what that does, and I could use the support. So, like... Did they even move? Supposedly there are none of them in there either. Why? Really could use the support a lot better, so I really don't see why I would do that. Ninth Army, you're gonna go and get under the Kharkov military district, and I'll probably need more, but these guys are not doing too well either way. Ninth Army can take 2 more units. Interestingly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moving here also gets them under it. In that sense, I guess that's okay. Most of these guys are not under its control. One thing I can do is get you under 9th Army. And I do want to take a look here, so maybe it doesn't matter. Just mountain. A battalions here are fine on 70. Just looking at the artillery, seems to be fine. Just having 2 motorcycle regiments, fine too. The guy is pretty weak, but Von Dellen is equally bad. I'm gonna send these back to Stavka. You actually have these. Hey. Maybe I can actually put them under a different army. Something like 5th. Taking care of things down here, but how bad is Southwestern front taking it? Actually not that bad, okay. Then I'll probably put them under that. It's this guy, right? Yeah. Alright, let's go 5th Army. Don't want to keep that under a rifle division, but I don't mind having that under 5th Army as it is. So let's also put you under 5th Army. That way, some of that stuff makes a bit more sense. Like I know these guys are still under the Southern Front. Southern Front is now no longer overburdened. I could actually keep these under Southern Front on this condition. Let's actually put you under Southern Front then, because I can. That's fine. I'm also putting them on Kherson. And I'm actually gonna disband this depot. And I know I have only one there now. Also means that Nikolaev should be a 4 and Kherson at least a 3. Those two should definitely be 4s as well. Alright, so this makes more sense. And they're okay today. Actually, well, I can actually get the 12th Army in here and get you under. No. That's fine, but they are going on onto different management. Oh, I also had a 26th Army here. Well, gotta change that. 5th Army is this guy. Is actually quite good. And then 26th Army. It's reasonable, but not as good as the other guy. So 2 units are not doing well. No reason not to put you any further. Fifth Army. And I want these under 5th Army too. And there's some units up there that are not going to be part of 5th Army, so I'll put these in the 5th Army too. There we are. No, we'll see how that goes with those units up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could actually move these up. So at least they will be under its control. I'll take out at least 1 unit, 2 units. So then if I... take 2 off. I can actually get the mech here under 5th because they actually have a 4, so I'd rather have that. Okay, so they're good. They're gonna take off 2 units. That's fine. Then I have these guys here, 26th Army. I can actually take some of these broken units here. Get some stuff along the way. Just like that. 26th Army then. Not really exciting. 1 howitzer regiment and a poorly one too. So let's get them under Stavka. Motorcycle regiment is okay. I'll keep those. Tank, tank, tank. Light tank battalion. So that will get taken out at some point. All right. I could put you on the 26th Army too, but they're actually doing okay. If only that had a rail line, but I'm not manually moving these. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like a disaster. Actually keeping me here to stick around this area. Probably for the better at that. Okay. The units around here are gonna, at the very least, go into 18th Army, and those guys are gonna be not under 18th Army. Most likely, I'm not gonna use these yet. And 18th Army is not going to have any howitzers because they're not going to be on the front. I will actually just send it over in the middle. I know they're yeah, I have three units on there too. So they'll take all those units. How is they're 32, so they're actually okay here. Funnily enough. Alright, let's get working on the rest of this here. Because it's getting to be quite a mess. You're under the Orwell MD. Which I also think is no good, but I definitely have to go and take a look. Because Southwestern front is now overburdened already. How is Northwestern front? I'm actually going to take even more of Northwestern front. Here, Leningrad front, even now, but with those new units, they're going to be overburdened, I'd suppose. Story Reset does have a rail yard. I'm actually contemplating, at least on this side, moving back 1 hex. Which, I mean, even if they're gonna go to the side, they're obviously just gonna smack this unit in those lightwoods, but I do really like that area. Right, well, either way, Southwestern front could still take some extra. So I'm inclined to send 24th Army onto the Southwestern. Ah, fuck. No. It's supposed to be Northwestern. Oh my god. Oh boy. Now, I need to put you on the northwest end. This is getting really messed up here because I fucked that up. So now center front. I don't need to rush through here, but center front is at the very least going to take an army here now. Which obviously it's not supposed to do. What is the best army? Mech 4 infantry 6, so that's really good. 6th or 27th army is really good. 6th army not so much. Then we have 10th army, which is okay. It's at least a 3 and 5. And I have 3rd army. Also with a 4 and 6. So definitely looking to get both Kuznetsov and Berzarin and give them most of the stuff here. They have stuff down there, but let's actually give everything on this side to the 27th. Start with that. And I guess the 27th will go onto this Western front. Then. Both of you are going onto the Kharkov military district. It's mechanized also still at 1. I want 3rd Army to take as many units there, I suppose. Certainly getting under the Southwestern front. I'll have them take everything on this line here. So 3rd Army, 3rd Army. Okay. This puts them at 19, meaning they can also let's see, because I'd rather have them take something like armor. Exactly. I do have a bunch of armor here, also on reserve, being in pretty poor condition. If I can, I'll put 4 of those under the 3rd Army. But I can't. I can only take off 3 units here from the 3rd Army as it is. Do I have any other army around that area except... Well, I'd have to go with 10th here. That seems to be my best option. So 10th is gonna take you. Some of these might already have been under the 3rd Army, and then I can actually still put them onto the 10th. Like you. Because that will allow 3rd Army to take more stuff here. $15 plus 6 will be 21. So all of these will go under 3rd. Except these. 3rd Army. They can take one more thing then. Just this. Southwestern front will move to Poltava. It's quite overburdened. Not too surprised. It doesn't really matter that those 3 are out of range. It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess I'll put them here. The 6th Army, interestingly enough, They only have 1 infantry. They're still at 5. Only a rifle division and anti-tank brigade. How did they get to 5 at that point? Oh, they also NKVD. 6th Army. Can you not switch? You can. That's weird. 10th Army this then. That's a bit messy, but it actually should work. I was gonna send these over to Gomel or Chernikov. Yeah, Gomel. So they can actually get off. Refit. I actually have some more units that could do some stuff. Refit. You go here on refit. You can't reach it. Neither can you. Pripyat marshes are about empty now. I guess I'm gonna be putting these here. Doesn't help too much. I'll just see what they will be up to. Alright, there are a bunch of units here. I do have 10th Army. 6th Army will give its units to 10th, since 10th is better. And it means I don't have to spend anything at that point. Do like that they are still alive. They're pretty weak. They'll probably just lose next turn, but they did their job in a way. Okay, so further along, 10th Army can take you. Western Front will take another army then. Okay, I guess not. None of these. Yeah, this straight up sucked. I really messed it up there with that misclick, but there is nothing I can do against it now. Counterplay. Alright, 10th Army is full. The only other thing... No. Never mind. Mikhail Kirpanos. What if... Morale initiative admin 556. Judging him is not even that useful. Yeah. Alright, so I'm having 6th Army here. I'll probably... Let's actually take a look here. So these are all under the Oral MD, and these are under the Kharkov MD. Kharkov MD can take a few more units. I guess I should do that. So put you under Kharkov. Get them in here. And then start putting these guys under 6th. Isn't 8th already? Yeah. Okay. This overburdens the Kharkov MD. How's Oral MD doing actually? Because I actually have some units there that I could move. Oral MD is okay. So let's put you under Oral. Refit. Oh, those go onto Oral Military District. Both of these don't need to do that. These are at 74, they're at 90, so they are good enough to transport by rail. Let's see how they'd be doing. They cannot be offloaded in here. Why would they not be able to get into that rail area? I guess it's... yeah, I guess they could. Well, let's think about whether we actually want that. So currently they're very likely to go and try to cross there. I don't necessarily see them try to cross here. Let's for now put you on their 4th. There are some other units which are on their 4th, which is very weird. Off of the train, off of the train. I do have another army here, 21st. I'm basically going to put all these other units under the 21st around here. Shit. Okay, I actually need 21st to go down then and not have those units. So what other army do I get here currently? 11th army is a new army. Morozov, here's 5, okay. And they can actually not take any units, sadly. It's a shame I actually did take them off the rail, because I would have been better off not doing that. Still, let's get you here. So at this point, 4th Army should take you. And they will have this unit less, putting them to 19, allowing me to also take this unit into a 4th Army. like that. Then 13th Army. We'll get you, but I will actually move this rifle division. Put it here. Because I actually don't need it to hold this anymore. It's been long enough. I'm also gonna disband the Mobilev depot. Not saying I will give it up already, but rather I do want to start also indeed building multi-layered defense potentially. And I can put 3 units into Moscow from, or into Smolensk from here, which I will. I'd rather have him do some kind of serious heavy attack for it. Either way, I'm gonna get... those guys there. I'm not quite sure where I'm gonna be putting these, but for sure putting those units onto the swamp hexes, and I will be railing in 3 fresh divisions. Where are you going? Nope. Okay, so they cannot be railed in. Great. Does Yelnya have a rail yard? Damaged 100. Did they do bombing? Right, I guess not. That complicates things because it ultimately means I can only get them so far, even if I get them into Yaroslavl, and I don't think Pochinok has any rail yard. No. Let's start with this. Let's get you into Yartsevo. And then they cannot move, but it's okay. This unit was rather weak, so I'd rather send them in there. It's a bit of a strange thing here. So, for example, with Veliki Luki, the deal is how are you? You're ready. So those are actually quite powerful. If I get you in here, obviously that's not the greatest, but it would make it... Like, if they're gonna try and swing around it, it's probably gonna be through here or here. I think if they're gonna attack here, they'll be indeed looking to get around it like this. And probably then I would think my best course of action is to try and make sure that there is no weird shenanigans like that. I think the army has him. He's not that bad. This guy is in a bit of a danger of getting encircled. If I were to move them back 1 hex, I would still have a zone of control there. Probably for the better. It will allow me to stack him at least here. And again, with this unit, I don't see them going up that quickly, but they could try to break in through here and then up there, although it's a disaster, I guess, for them at that point. But I could see them try to do it. And I'd actually like having them in the back here. Since all of these guys are crap. Okay. I actually need to relocate some units here, so... Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because I can actually move both. All damaged. Only Vyazmas that really aren't required here. Well, at that point at least they can move closer to that. Same applies to the cavalry. And effectively I want to have at least these two move to Kursk. How bad are you? 48? Yeah, let's get them to Kursk too. It sucks because they lose a lot of points there, but I want to have at least you at Bryansk. I moved the Western Front down, though I'm not 100% sure yet how far. But it allows me to put another 2 units there. Now they could be on refit. Actually not pulling you back. What I will do is put another unit here. I effectively don't need any double line in this area. There's really no reason for me to have that. However, you're 22 and need to do it right this time. They do need to be on the Northwestern. Now, you need to be on the Northwestern. And then you can be under the 13th too. How is Southwestern Front doing at this point anyway? Or Northwestern as it is. Did I really put them there? That's so weird. Okay. They are overburdened. He has Mach 3. 24th Army has Mach 2. Making a real big mess of this, actually. Now, I actually want this rifle division to go in there, but I can't. Means I'll put the 73rd in there. Basically, I'm trying to put the weakest of my infantry in there, as weird as it is. All right. How good is this guy? 2 and 5. Wasn't this guy 3, 5? Yeah. But 20th Army has Maxim per Kiev, which is a lot better. Yeah, but at this point I will also put any of these that are actually ready out here. Doesn't even matter if they're under 19th Army. Since I don't think they have what it takes for now. It allows me to put the army into Yelnya. You're 4, 4, 5, 2, 5. Okay. They should not be on the refit though. Okay. Actually, a few more things that I'd be inclined to do here and move units up because the my opponent, I don't actually see them going down and then trying to cross there really, so I can use my airborne brigades also as a defense. So like I can get this rifle division to move up too, for example. Which means I'll put those there. And I'll actually also put this rifle division right up here. Which means I'll also have to put them under the 11th Army. Put you under it. I don't mind, they're unready anyway. Yeah, you're already on reserve. Okay, so let's do that. And this, I really don't see them trying to cross here, at least on the next turn. And I do like having a unit here as well. So even if they do try to smash there, something like this. At least having a double layer in some of those areas, and then that's the best I can make of it. Having my armor in reserve. Okay, there we go. 28th Army. Just like that. Now I will have both of these rifle divisions. I actually want to see Shimskaze rail yard. That's super nice. Okay. Because I will once again be railing 5 units if I can in there. Oh. Seems like Chudova has a rail yard. But Well, let's see if I can get other units. Those are just malicious and... ah, shit. They could get into Novgorod, but to require me to get that airborne unit out, which is fine. Well, let's see though. Well, that's some decent units. Either way. Two. $80. Okay, well, 3. I will say those are 4 and 5. All getting to Staria Russa. Which is close and thus pretty damn dangerous. I'd say all of these are pretty much 4s by this point. Let's do that. And let's see how many more units I have, because there are actually quite a few of those militias. You know, and that's fine in a way, but also I'm going to send another 2. Three. 5 units down. And the rest to the center. Interesting question though is whether I want them to move into Krivoy Rogue. Guess that would be fine. actually... Let's get one of them there. And... Poltova's too far. Guess up here. Now, I'm surprised how those Moscow militias are actually unready. They have a lot lower TOE. Well... I'm already gonna use them then. In some part. Yeah. Actually, don't think my opponent will be able to get there. Alright, that's okay. Because... one more unit. Really inclined to also send it over here, actually. Just like that. Alright, I still have a few things to do, like moving around stuff, and at the same time let's first look at the reserves, what I can actually take out. So this tank division, we'll go to the map. Anything above 75 I'll transfer to the map here. Actually, I'm also going to transfer the mechanized. And here. Even these will get sent. Anything I can throw at the Germans, pretty much. Eight, 97. No more artillery. 2 anti-tank brigades. Those are all new. All 70s will go as well. And you. Alright, like I said, I will do a few last things and then meet you back for the end of the turn there.